Hello, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the mine yesterday. I absolutely enjoyed it. And I think that today maybe is when we work on the farm or do some town working. Maybe work with the water. I'm not quite sure, but I think we'll stay closer to home and see how the day goes. All right? So let's get started. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the start of week 3, 4. It's a new week. I don't know how math works. I think it's 3. Our our bank is here, and that would be really exciting if it wasn't a Sunday and the bank's closed on Sunday, because the bank's closed on weekends. But there's our banker, Marvin Milburn. Lily, I assume. My name is Milburn. I'm the new banker here on T Rose. Am I to understand that you were instrumental in getting my magnificent bank built? Yes. Well, trust me, the honor is all yours for having Milburn here on your tiny little island. Huh. Using my bank will be free, of course. Would you like me to explain how the bank works? No, I get it. Alright, thanks. Someone on this island who knows the ins and outs of finance. Looking forward to seeing your dinks, Lily. That sounds vaguely threatening, but it's fine. Okay, so I figured out what that bottle does, and it does this. It rains the next day. So it doesn't rain right when you do it, but that bottle that we found in the mines makes rain the next day, which is cool. It's very cool. Oh, I think we've gotten the ability to make more stronger weapons, but I don't really want to waste the stuff on it. So what is their problem? Oh, they're hunting birds. Okay. Just run around all over me. It's weird. All over near me, rather. Because I don't think we got more farming stuff. Let's check in since it's the beginning of a new week. So this is week 3. We have $850,000. These are our levels. And these are our licenses. And yeah, our farming is as high as it can get. So I think if it's going to do anything else, we have to look into irrigation. Oh, yeah, okay. So we're ready to harvest our... I gotta press this a bunch. I planted the onions yesterday because the seasons are 28 days, right? And the onions take 7 days to grow. And we were on day 21. So according to math, they should be done before the season is over. But we can't plant anymore. Also because we don't have the seeds. But even if we did, we wouldn't have time. And I don't think we have enough of anything. No. So we do have to make a rice patch, which I like to format a little different than this, until we have sprinklers, in which case I tend to leave it. But I like to format it a little different. And, you know, we do still need to go hunting for artifacts. I think we're down to like 1 green board. But I'm not really sure. But this rain is watering our crop, so that's good. Very useful. Oh, also, if you didn't notice, I replaced the torches with the lanterns that we've been getting. The dogs have no chill. You know what? You got no chill, and I'm not here for it. We need to sort out a better place for our crafting, like a more organized space. Maybe we can think about some, what do you call it? Pathing or some... Where did that croco go? I'm concerned. He was there a second ago. Oh, cool. He just jumped right in there, didn't he? Oh, there he is. He's all the way over there. He's probably going to come back to the water. Okay. I'm saying too much. My brain has stopped working. It wasn't ever great to begin with, but now it's really dumb. Try and harvest our thing. I was thinking of making this lower and trying to keep the jackaroos out. I mean, they don't have to be, but they're annoying. I always had this, like, fantasy of, like, what if we had, like, a walled city? And I know that we're trying to make a resort, but, you know, if you think about it, like, some of those resorts are, I mean, a little bit exclusionist to the people that live there, but it's fine because nobody lives here. So we're not being that part of their life, but we're keeping out nature. So, you know, the all-inclusive resorts have the kind of, like, high fences and fanciness and places that I could never afford in real life. I mean, and maybe with that we can make a big orchard. I think we can chase this guy or have this guy chase us. Hey, poke. I'm tired of combat, but I gotta tell you, our hunting went up so fast. Our hunting went up so fast the other day. It was like, woo, 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 woo. We do the croco or the dog? I mean, he's sitting right here. He wants to go. He wanted to go. He went so fast. We should probably make more cages. Oh, there's this whole area over here I didn't even consider we could do something with. But anyway, I was saying that the all-inclusive resorts often have things like exclusive high fences for fanciness, right? To keep all the riffraff and people who can't afford stuff like that out. So what if we made some high fences? You know, we would like put like a big ol' high fence this way, and it goes to the beach, and then we can have our exclusive beach. I guess if I leave it open this way, it won't keep the animals from spawning inside the fence, because that's not how the game works. But it'd still be a vibe. Or you could have like one of those pretty, like those pretty ornate fences, gates, kind of thing, and it just like opens, all big. Am I making any sense? I don't know. I looked up a resort and it looked cool, and I was just like, yeah, like that. And then you could have like this be like a meeting place. Because yeah, we don't have to have our orchard stay here. I actually kind of like across the way that looked really cool. I didn't look up how people in tropical areas farm stuff. I should. I was trying to remember what was the other thing I wanted to look up, and I could not remember, so I apologize for that. Unfortunately, the bank is closed, and we don't have $1 million placed in the bank. But that's fine. So if we clear out another area over here, we can make our farming for which I know we need to make a farming for pumpkins, and for the pumpkin setup I do like it to be a little bit different, and unfortunately that takes like 672,000 years to place down, so I might start it for you Once I pull up the picture, I might start it for you. I'll take a picture and I'll put it up, and then I think what I'll have to do is just do it after the sleepy times, because putting those things down, working on paths and stuff like that, you can do without stamina. So it's not me, you know, cheating because I can work after sleepy time. Because you know, I've been on the Dinkum Discord, and if you haven't, you should, because people are very creative over there and they do cool stuff, and then you want to see it and you're like, oh, that's a good idea. And some people were making some cool stuff, and I was looking and I'm like, their time says late. So I think a lot of people are able to eat and buff and stuff after late time and have it not affect their game or their ability to do stuff. So I kind of want to do that. And I want to clear out this whole area because we can put our farming equipment. Get our farming and our orchard going. And I thought of making it like aesthetic. Like, what if you came to this resort and it's like, oh, if you pay such amount of money, you can visit the farm. And I think this setup that we have is already pretty. Like I said, I use this setup in all of my games now because I think it's pretty. It's like just enough decoration and stuff to be cute without being non-functional. So I think if we were able to maybe put an extra path, an extra space of path around each, you could pretend like if you came to the resort town, or, you know, what if you were in game lore, what if you were in South City, that's where we came from. What if you were there and you came here and it's just like, oh, farming, what even is that? I've never heard of such a thing. And you can take like a little tour and just like walk through here and be like, oh, it's like that. This is where food comes from. Okay, that's cool. And you can harvest stuff. I mean, of course, if you were running this as a resort, everything would have a cost. So you'd have to pay money for it. But then you come through and there's like a beautiful, wait, see, I think maybe if we put it over here, you come through and there's like a beautiful orchard and it says pick your own apples. And so you can pick apples and you can visit with the brewing stations, and you can work on brewing the flower stuff. Yeah, the flower trees. I never figured out what a flower orchard was called. But, you know, we could make one of those. And it's funny because when I was a kid, I feel like they had stuff like that where, you know, we'd go on a field trip and it'd be like, okay, kids, you live in suburbia. Here's how farms work. And it was funny for me because my grandfather ran a farm, so I was going to one all the time. He ran a cattle farm as well as a farm for growing his own crops. He was from Malta, and the Maltese often grow their own food at home. And he ended up having enough land that he was able to make it so that he could sell crops too. And then also grow the food for the cattle, and so the cattle would come and graze on his land, and he would get a cut of the money once the cows were big enough to go to the dairy. Because the cows couldn't graze just anywhere because it was in the middle of nowhere, but is still suburbia, so they couldn't just graze everywhere. They didn't have enough space for all the cows, so they had to rent their cows out, I guess. I didn't understand it too much, or I forgot it, so a little hard to relate to you guys, but that's basically what happened. So I think if we took the desert and reclaimed it, again, very California vibes. If we took the desert and reclaimed it and brought water in and like, what if we made fake little aqueducts? Because again, they won't work. We just tried it earlier and it didn't work. But we can make fake little aqueducts and get the ocean or the fresh water to come in and pretend that it's filling up our water tanks. I just hate the desert so much. And in real life, like, I don't actively work against the desert. Like, in real life, the desert is very important. The animals that live there are very important. Of course, the Australian biomes are very dry. I did look them up during the last little break that I took from filming. And there are several different biomes in Australia, but most of them are arid in one way or another. So don't actively work against them, but in video games, I'm fine with that. Now, the only bummer is that the game will not recognize that we have changed this biome. So it's not going to be like, oh, it's all of the dirt has changed to this, so now it's this. It doesn't care. For some reason, it doesn't update, and not even just update at the end of the day. Like, it just doesn't update at all. And yeah, that's frustrating. Okay, so this is animal drop, animal drop. Oh, I keep forgetting to look up what the aquamarine shards do other than for jewelry. Let's see if we can pick up all of our stuff. And unfortunately for the paths, I think that I want to stick with the gumwood here because I feel like, you know, you would cut down all these trees and actually use them. But as far as through the town, I want like cobblestone, or since we picked up marble, we're able to make marble, but you know, we gotta have a lot of marble to get enough pathing. And you know, maybe that's not the vibe we're looking for, I'm not really sure. But I'm trying to think of what kind of design I want to go for our resort. And it's harder to plan while I'm filming. It's harder to plan while I'm filming, of course, because with you guys, I don't want to be a complete basket case going all over the place and being like, oh yeah, this and then over here, and you know, like, I already do that enough, and this is me trying to cut down on it. So imagine if I didn't even think about it ahead of time. Our pockets are already full. Oh my god. I really wish we could extend our pockets more. But we're not that far yet. And I think Fletch didn't work today, because of course she didn't. I mean, she's old. I wouldn't work either. I'd be tired. I'd be like, nope, hard pass. I'd be like, you guys do it without me. I'm tired. I mean, she retires to an island and then she works all day anyway. She says she likes it here, but I don't know. I don't gift her those fruits often enough. Maybe it's not worth it. This has to get cut down, though. It's in the way. I want to get a bug book. And a fish book to look up all these guys. These take a lot of hits for the fact that we have an iron axe. And I don't know if... No, because you have to have a license. I was going to say, I don't know if Franklin comes back, if we can even get the... what is it called? Chainsaw. I can't remember the word chainsaw. I don't think we can even get it. Because you have to have a license for it. So I think when Franklin comes back, if we have enough, I want to make sure we get the jackhammer. If we have enough materials. Because we need that, especially next time we go to the mines. I'm really tempted to go to the scary mines, but I want to jackhammer for it. Otherwise, we'll just go to the regular one. Oh, we don't have any keys, so no, we're not going to go to the mines until those mines until we have the keys. Right, because that would be very disappointing if you're just like, hey, look at that super cool thing that we can't get, and it probably has the best items in it, and I can't even show them to you because I can't get through this door. Unfortunately, okay, so we spread all this out. That's good. If I don't have enough wood, I'll make more fence because we need more fence. But I want like a cute stone path. I always use the same stone path, but I want a different one for this. Rocks. Let's see. Do we have enough? Yeah, we have enough tin to make some more nails for our path. Let's make gumwood path. Let's see what we can make with that. And gumwood fence. Where did I put the nails? Put them in here? Yeah. I bet you if you look on each of my saves, like I have it randomly. But yeah, see, we can make a marble path. We can make a cement path. I feel like the cement... when I looked at the resorts, there was a lot of cement everywhere. So we need to grind up a bunch of rocks. Just like all day. And I mean, I'd love marble or a lighter cement color, but I feel like there's not quite what I'm looking for that's available in the game at all. I usually use this brick path and this hardwood path, and I'd like to do something different. But like if we had a cute palm wood double gate, if we had a cute fence like this, and then it was on top of the cement wall around the town, that would kind of look cute. I was building a fence. I was building this fence. Because I think that... oh, how much I'm using. I think that's all of it. Yep. I did math. I mean, you should be proud of me because math is really hard for me. But also, that's kind of sad. It's just a little bit sad, too. It's fine. Okay, I'm going to put these... I usually like to have a box for lighting, but... oh, we actually need this. We need to measure out the stuff. Put our tin back and our shiny rock. All right. Ooh. Sparkle butterfly. Just vine. Why do they keep carrying vines? I mean, it's necessary. Eventually there's a fence that we can make. It's like a vine fence. It's cute. I've never made it before, but it looks cute. But I don't want to do it right now, right? Like I want something cooler. I want something cooler and more valuable. Okay, so the spaces, I want to have a 3 wide of path. So this is going to have like trees and decorations in it. And then 1, 2, 3. We'll go in between all of our crops. They said questioningly. Yeah. We'll go in between all of our crops like this, so that it's nice and wide, and we'll go in with the 3 wide bridge that I've also never used. I usually do 2 wide. And then something cute I've also seen people do is wineries. Like, because you brew the... Oh, wow, we're already out. That's intense. Okay. You brew the flowers into tea, and then you take the tea and you brew it into... what is it called? It's like... I think it's just called wattle brew? Something like that. Okay, so we need 27. I mean, you could just measure it with each other. 27 by 6, right? Should be 6. Because 6 would get us... Oh, I guess 7, because I accidentally did it too soon. 27. Oh, what? We have 1 space for grass. 27. Oh, wow. What? Why are the controls like this? That's all I'm saying. Just... There, 27 by 6. And now we put the fence down. And you have 1 space in between. One space in between for grass and like flower beds and, you know, just being cute, I guess. Being cute and quirky. I mean, it looks cute, right? Like, I think it looks cute. I would visit here. If it were me, I would come on a field trip and visit the resort and be like, oh, look, crops. Especially if I'd never seen crops before. I have, but that's not the point. Okay, so we got 2 bee hives to sell, as long as somebody doesn't break them. I could move them, but I'm busy. So yeah, that bottle that we found in the mine made it rain today. So if we want it to rain one day, we can use it and it'll rain the next day. Alright, so this is the square that would have the path on it, but we just used all the path. So we have to go make more. And that will be this path in the center here. I feel like I still need to move the bridge. Ooh, see, I saw a sparkle. I was like, out of the corner of my eye, I was like, hey, sparkle. Oh, there's two. Ooh, copper bar. Yes. Run away, fish. I like you. I want to see what you're holding. Probably another vine. Oh, nope. It's aquamarine. Cool. No. Okay. Drop those. And pick up our aquamarine shard. We're going to go and make some more path. Now, we have found a lot of sprinklers, but I don't think we can make any ourselves. So the issue with that is that we're still not going to be able to make the sprinklers functional. This is just like, it, you know, because we found some, so it's saving us material for future creation, but we don't have the ability to make it useful yet. I hope Franklin comes back. But we also need Rain to come back, otherwise we can't plant. She has to sell us seeds. And tomorrow we can use the bank. Get bank stuff done. And to fit our tropical vibe, we're going to have to plant so many more palm trees so we can go on a palm tree cutting adventure. I kind of wonder if, like, you were actually creating a resort, if you would kind of keep the farming stuff away from the resort. But I think we were discussing making fake houses out onto the ocean, so maybe this is like far enough away. Because unfortunately our NPCs live in their shops, so you can't be like, oh, well, the quarters for the people that live here are further away on the teleport pad, but because they live in their shop, so they don't have quarters. And you can pretend our quarters are far away, I guess. I'm gonna build the fence, I'm gonna build the floor. It takes 2 each, and we have 70. Math. I'll cut more later, but I wanted to at least get started on this patch. While you're here, you can see what I'm talking about. So this goes through this way. And we do another 5. We do another 5 here, and then have the center be the double path. Those are 2, 3, 4, 5 by 5. There. We take that, and then this is the double one. Time goes by so fast. Okay. And then that'll be for the called the sprinkler. when we get it. We'll just prepare ahead of time. Okay. This is the half of it. I'm not going to make the whole thing ahead of time, maybe? Or maybe I should. Is it going to fit? Yeah, no, it should fit. Get our tape measure. Help us out a bit. 5 by 5, 4 by 4, 5 by 5. Okay. And then put our path in the center. And then this will go here. And do another 5 by 5. Yeah, I think I cleared off enough space. Right there. Do I have enough path? Oh no. We just used all of our wood. We cut down so many trees too. Okay, and then this will be the end of the fence. Right, I don't need more path for it, so it's fine. I think we have enough fence. This is a lot of fence. The fence will go here, and we can keep the animals out this way anyway. Controls their spawns. Bugs spawn in there? I actually don't know. Alright, so that's ready. So all of the crops will be that way. Looks good. And then we can put the lights too, because those lights really livened everything up. And then our path is 3-way. We can finish at least this off. And we can plant some trees. Oops, missed one. We could plant some trees. I don't know if we're up to the point where we get points for planting trees, but... So yeah, so it's got this nice part here where it'll be grass, and the grass will grow, and the flowers in spring will grow. And then when we inevitably get flower planters, we'll be able to bring those in too. Run out of path. When we get flower planters, we'll be able to bring those in, and we can put them along the edges and maybe benches and stuff. And yeah, it'll be like you came out for a roughing it type tour. And then we can have, like, you know, mine tours instead, like how people go visit caves. I've done caving before, like a tourist cave. And then you can pretend like each level of the cave is for a more advanced caver. That would be cute. And I don't know how we would present that in the game, but we can just pretend that's why. We can use our imagination for that being why it's here. I think I need to take the time and process some more wood. But we can plant some of these trees. Oh, we only got time because I put the seeds away. Okay, so we can plant some of the trees in the 1x1 square. Oh, that uses stamina? What? Because I definitely don't want to get rid of the, like, niceness of trees. I just need them to be where I put them. So yeah, this whole area is nice and cleared out now. And we've got another crop ready. And then I think I want 3 total, so we might push... Yeah, it looks like we'll have enough space. So we're going to push all the way up this way to have 3 total of these. Might be close on this edge here. We'll see. We'll see. Does my tape measure do that? It only does 31 squares, just so you know, which I find annoying, but let's see. Yeah, okay. So that's 26, 27, 28 if we have it built the same way. So can I go 28 squares this way? Like right here on the edge? Yes, just barely. Okay, perfect. All right, so we're going to make... Oh, that's 27. Still, it'll fit. It's right at the tree. It's right at the tree is where the decorative grass edge would be. It'll be right here. So that's fine. I can even do it. No. I think it'll persist until tomorrow. No? Yeah. I think it stays after the day as long as I don't close the game. So yeah, this will be the decorative grass edge, and then the fence will start here, or the fence will start there, and go down this way. And we just need to flatten all of this, and then we'll have 3 of these things. And that's enough for 3 of the permanent crops, which is wheat and rice and sugarcane. And then enough for the seasonal crops can go in these, like 2 and 2 and 2. So that you have a reason to look at it all, but also so that it's organized. And then behind it, we'll do... I'm just copying my other save, aren't I? It's fine. Behind it, we'll do a pumpkin patch, and we'll do a watermelon patch. And you could combine them, okay? But the reason I don't want to combine them is the fact that if I do that, in the overlap between seasons, between summer and autumn, your plants are still continuing to grow some pumpkins. Like the plant itself dies, but if a pumpkin starts maturing, it will continue to mature after the season unless you plant something over it and destroy it. So my understanding, I could be wrong, I don't think I am, but my understanding is that if I just have 2 separate patches, one for pumpkin and one for watermelon, then that way the watermelon can continue maturing while I've planted more pumpkin, or while I've planted pumpkin, and they're able to grow without covering each other's spaces. So that's why I like to have 2. Oops. I don't know why I threw that, but all right. And then we have to decide what we want to do with our orchard, because I definitely don't want it here. I do like the idea of it being like right there, not on a crocodile, but but over there. And then we'll make the mine somewhere else. I really think that I'm gonna have it like further away, or maybe at a different like transport area with our teletowers, because I think that that could be a cool kind of function, adventure. You know, let's go to the mines. You know, the children yearn for the mines. Anyway, so I'm gonna go and do our smelting and wood cutting and all of that stuff, and I would cut it out of the video anyway, so thank you all so much for being here. That's the end of day 22, which is the start of week 3. So we are on our way to some good production, and I want to make sure that we're ready for pumpkins. So I think that is what we will try and work on tomorrow. Okay? Thank you guys so much. Remember, you are valuable and you matter, and I will see you in the next one.